medications. How many of us were just given these medications and walked out the door with no instructions about nutrition, no instructions about what you should be doing on these medications, what it was going to feel like, what to expect for weight loss. No instructions about anything. I think it was most of us. Yeah. Our doctors just gave us the meds and kicked us out the door. So just because your doctor gave you the medication does not mean that they gave you the information that you needed. And sometimes they don't give you the correct information. So today we're going to talk about what they should have told you from the beginning. So let's start with mental health, something that's often overlooked. Hi, Kim, 2x2. Hi, Eileen. If I didn't have you, I'd have no one. Aww. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. So these meds don't just affect your appetite, they affect parts of your brain. You can expect to feel unmotivated in the beginning, disconnected, even emotionally numb, as your pleasure sensors are shut down. Because remember, some of this GLP, the big sister, is finding receptors on your dopamine sensors. And it's plugging those up and shutting them down so that you're not getting pleasure from food. But you're also not getting pleasure from some other things. Hi, Gail. And people don't think about that. So some users of these medications describe almost feeling flat. Some can notice an increase in anxiety or depression. And you don't poo-poo it. Yeah, Lisa, some people do. No one talks about it at the doctor's office. It's not on the pamphlets. It's not in the casual 10-minute visit with your doctor. If you're on these meds and you're wondering why your emotions feel off, you're not crazy. It could be the meds, and you have to talk to your provider about it. You know, you can even consider checking in with psych if some of those feelings ramp up, just to make sure that they don't get out of control, because they are real. What you're feeling is always real and valid, and it deserves validation. It doesn't deserve to be shut down. You know, if you tell someone that you are feeling flat or not feeling yourself, and they're like, "Oh, just smile," that's not the answer. It's never the answer. Mental health is so hard. I mean, if someone was sitting there bleeding, you wouldn't tell them, just smile. You would help them. You would put pressure on it. So help these people. You know, just a check-in with a counselor. That's all it takes. Your vision has changed. Now you have to stop after spending all this money. Oh no. Oh, Debbie, I'm so sorry. And it helped your anxiety, Amy. It helped my depression. But some people it makes worse. And we can't say it doesn't do that. You had 3 close family members die last year and you didn't cry once. Oh, Gail, I'm so sorry. I didn't bring it up here. Didn't want to scare anyone out of taking the meds. Yeah. Do it all over the same way. Exactly, Lisa. Your vision improved and you've been nearsighted most of your life. Lots of meds. And it helps some people get off of meds, a lot of meds, you know? But everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. So just because it made, my vision better, if someone comes up and says, my vision is getting worse, I can't say, oh, it doesn't do that. I need to validate their symptoms, first of all, and tell them what you're feeling is real. Now let's look into it further. So ask your provider to monitor your mental health. Your brain matters along this journey, not just your weight. So how about everyone's body is different? Yes. So how about sexual side effects? You got off all your meds. They should do it anyway, yes. Let's talk about what nobody wants to bring up ever. The sexual side effects. And it's not always a boost in sexual side effects. Doctors don't pay enough attention to mental health. They really don't. For some, these meds lead to low libido, difficulty with arousal, mood shifts that interfere with intimacy, body image changes that actually hurt the connection between a couple. Hormones like testosterone and estrogen can shift due to changes in the body fat. Blood sugar swings can affect your hormone levels. Sex can feel different because your body is different. And it can make you feel disconnected from your body or your partner. And it's not in your head. It is real. So you deserve to have this conversation with your doctor without any shame. So just ask your doctor about some things that can help. You know, if you think it's your hormones, ask to have your hormones checked. If you think it's body image, you can talk about couples counseling. You know. So what should newbies, when someone comes to you and says, I want to get these meds, what do I ask my doctor? And you know people do. They ask us that all the time. I hear it every day. What you tell them is, can we monitor my mental health along with my body on this journey? Along with my body on this journey. Should I expect changes other than just my weight in my body? Your doctor should let you know nutritional changes. Your doctor should let you know how you should be moving, what you should be eating. They should let you know protein goals. They should help you figure your goals. I don't know how many people come in here and they say, my doctor told me to eat 1,200 calories and just sent me out the door. So I'm eating a no-carb, 1,200 calorie diet. You need carbs. And 1,200 calories is a toddler's diet. So no, that is not what you need. You didn't have to worry about that, but when your husband lost 150 in 2012, he was so different. Yeah. Doctors need to study nutrition or send their patients to a dietitian, a registered dietitian, not a nutritionist, a registered dietitian that specializes in these medications and the nutrition that these medications need, and have them go through that training before they get their meds. I knew what you meant, Amy. Same, Lisa. And I'm a practitioner. And I still learned everything right here. You went to a dietitian and did a 6-week course on diabetes for your insurance to cover it. Do you feel like you were informed enough when you got the medications? Or do you feel like you learned a lot more here on TikTok? See, Lisa, that's what it is a lot. For my husband, he asked his doctor for it. She said that he got denied, and it showed up on our porch. With no instructions of how to take it, but I knew how to take it for him, so we started him that day. And then he had an appointment like 2 weeks later for a shot in his shoulder from the same doctor. And we were like, she said, I'm really sorry that you got denied for Wegovy. Well, he's 3 weeks in by now. 3 shots in. And he was like, I've been taking it. She said, no, you were denied. It's right here in your chart that you were denied. He said, they sent it to me. All right, I need 9 gifters to send me a rose. And there's only 10 people in here, so this is going to be a hard one. Okay. Let me find my spot on my notes because I wasn't reading them. Okay, what do we need for the flash goal? Hi, Angela. 3 more. So if you see anyone come in, oh, we need 2 more. Thanks, Bells. Meow. So if you see anyone come in, no, it only counts 1 from each person. Booty shaking Molly. Alpha, yes, I think it did. When you joined TikTok and found you, you learned that you needed to make yourself eat. Yeah. Which one? Nancy, what do you mean, which one? We're in a flash goal, Nancy. Is that what you're asking? It's right up here. It's a rose. We only need 1 more. You lost too much too fast in the beginning. Achieved! Thank you. We made TikTok happy. Thank you, everybody. All right, back to the talk. After a slight intermission. Yeah, I think most of us learned everything we know off of our TikTok groups. Oh, Lisa, so weak. You probably needed more protein, more calories. Even electrolytes can make you weak if you're not getting them. Oh. Those doctors that say 1,200 calories and a no-carb diet, I just want to kick in the shin. Because that's not what this medication needs. Oh. All right, so your doctor gave you the medication, no information, kicked you out the door. You've got mental fog, a total shift in how you feel in your body and in the bedroom. You have no information about protein, macros, nothing like that, no information about nutrition. What do? You are not imagining it. You are not stuck. Let's talk about what you can actually do about these side effects starting today. I would do it all over again too. There's not a thing that would make me regret doing it. So let's start with your brain. If you're feeling emotionally flat, moody, disconnected, anxious, here's your action plan. You talk to your provider about medication review, especially if you're already on an antidepressant, a stimulant, or an anxiety med. GLPs can change the way they act in your system because of the delayed stomach emptying. So you want your doctor to just evaluate your medications and remind them, because they don't always remember, that you have delayed stomach emptying due to the GLP that you are on. Add into your care team mental health support. Ask your doctor to refer you to a counselor or a psychologist. Consider therapy, coaching. If your insurance doesn't allow it, journaling helps. Anything helps. Don't leave it bottled up. Your psychiatrist has never told you to evaluate these things. And she's on MJ too. Really? Well, if she's a psychiatrist, though, she's just looking at the medication portion of your stuff. Hi, Yorkiana. Ask about dosage and timing. Some people feel better when they shift when they take their meds. If you were taking it in the morning, take it in the evening. If you were taking it in the evening, take it in the morning. See if that helps how you feel. Ask your doctor about supplements that may help support your mood. Ask your doctor if you should be taking omega-3s or magnesium glycinate or vitamin D. And don't forget, most side effects fade the longer you take a medication. But don't suffer in silence. Speak up. Talk to your girlfriends. Talk to your spouse. Talk to your practitioner. Mental health is important, especially on these meds. So if you notice a change in your sexual health, what do? It's too embarrassing to talk to your doctor about it, especially if it's a guy. So, your body, your sex life, your identity, let's be honest. Weight loss can change your hormones. There's a lot of estrogen that is stored in FAT. Between your therapist and your nutritionist, they are, yes, I bet. Hi, Chrissy. The weight loss can also change your body image and your emotional connection to intimacy. Here's what can help with that portion. Track your libido and your mood changes. Journal. Journal. I say you should journal every day anyway, but journal. Write everything down. Voice note it somewhere if you need to, on your phone. You know, it's data you can bring to your doctor, but it's also something you can look at and see if there's a pattern. Strength training helps stabilize your testosterone for all genders. Females have testosterone too. Finding the right therapist is like shopping for shoes. It can be very hard, yes. I'll be honest, it took me about 2 years to find the right therapist. Consider asking your doctor to test your hormones to see if they're out of whack. That's not the technical term. To see if they're out of range. Rebuild your body connections. Gentle movements, mirror work, talking with a partner about what feels different and what you need. You know, even when you get to goal, you've got loose skin. Your body just feels different. Interview them first, and if you didn't feel right, move to the next. Exactly. Remember, the goal is not just to be skinny. The goal is to be healthy, whole, and powerful. It's to be a warrior. And that's what we are in this room. We are warriors. So here's your cheat sheet for your next appointment. Exactly, Jamie. Ask your doctor, can we screen for mental health side effects? Can I get hormone labs if I'm noticing mood changes? Should we really be adjusting my medication? Can you refer me to a therapist? And if your doctor brushes you off, that's a red flag. And you deserve someone who listens. So it would be time for a new doctor. They don't tell you about protein. They don't tell you about nutrition. They should sit down and figure your macros with you. Absolutely nothing, never mind. What's wrong with yours? You show me yours and I'll show you mine. Don't keep giving your hard-earned money to someone that won't even give you a minute right. You have hired your doctor. They work for you. Don't forget that. You can fire them at any point. They are not G-O-D. They are D-R. Never mind. No. Trolls increase the algorithm, guys. That's why we just